Good evening. Welcome to the QCIS channel. We're on this channel. I'm going to give you a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. My name is Leon Jones, and what I'm going to do for you tonight is I'm going to talk about basic math skills. And I'm going to talk about basic math skills. Now, in the construction industry, especially if you're a carpenter, you're an inspector, you're even a contractor, you're going to deal with specific units. Basically, you're going to deal with lengths, you're going to deal with widths, and you're going to deal with depths. And you're going to have linear, you're going to have areas, and you're going to have volumes. If you know those three concepts, you will understand the basic math skills of construction. And the reason why it's very important, especially when you are on the side of an inspector, you're working for a DOT, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to measure quantities. You're going to have to look at your quantity worksheet. So if you are going out there and the contractor decides to lay concrete, well, you might need to take an area of sidewalk. Now, you used to have to determine cubic yards. Well, basically, cubic yards is the area times the depth. Now, you're going to have to do some extra calculations. Now, remember something. When you do areas, if you're on the inspection side, two of my favorite shapes that I like, and they help, and they're very easy to do areas with. You want rectangles slash squares, or you want triangles. Now, if you have circles, it's a little different. But most of the time, we're gonna take some squares. So what I'm going to do for you right now, I'm going to try to um, I'm going to share my screen. And what I'm going to do when I share my screen, I am going to present, this is what we call an Excel spreadsheet. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and look at some information that I have. I want to put some numbers in here. These are some of the numbers I'm going to put in here. And I'm going to put in, let's see, I'm going to put in some feet. Now, I'm going to show you a quick way how to do it. Now, let's suppose I have a contractor. He's going to come out. You have a sidewalk. You know nothing about that sidewalk. Well, you're going to have to do some type of measure. So let's say you go out and measure a sidewalk and you get 100-foot lengths. Now these are all in feet now. Okay, these aren't in inches. And then you go ahead with, generally sidewalks are generally 4 feet wide. And your depths maybe might go 2 inches. Might go 2 inches. So we have all of our numbers. And these are all, let's say in feet. Okay. Copy this down here. Okay, they're all feet. Let me center it up. Okay, there you have. So you have a sidewalk. There you go. Everything's in feet. Now, we have all the measurements. So what I want to know is cubic yards. how many cubic yards is the contractor going to need? So here's what we're going to do. Now, again, I'm taking it right off of a spreadsheet. So we have to do some calculations here. So first, we're going to take, always like to say, equals 100 times 4 times 2. Now, what did that give me? That gave me 800. 800 what? Well, I'll copy everything down here. It gave me 800, and you got to go to the caret. Gave me 800 cubic feet. Now, what I wanted was cubic yards. So how am I going to take and convert this to cubic yards? Well, you have to know the factor. First of all, when it comes to anything cube, we're gonna take everything in cubic, each foot. So 1 yard is 3 feet. So that means if we have a cubic yard, 3 feet cubed is 27. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 800 cubic feet and divide it by 27. And that's going to give me 29.62 and some change. Now, if you're using an Excel spreadsheet, what I like to do is I like to be able to format my decimal places. Now I'm using a different branch of Excel. And what I want to do is I want to take away a decimal place. So I'm going to go ahead and format, number format. And what I'm going to do with my number format is, there you go. You format it, and then you go ahead and you put your units in. And you want to make it look good. And that's what you got. You have 29.63 cubic yards. Now everything is done in hundreds. Hundreds are very accurate. Now let's try something else. I'm out in the field. I've gone out and I've measured a road surface. Let's say I measure 1,000 feet of road. And then the width of the road is 12 feet. Then I go ahead and I measure, let's say, a driveway. Driveway, I'm going to say it's 20 feet. By 30 feet. And I'm going to lay down some bituminous concrete, which is asphalt. The question is, what is the total area of the road and driveway? Now I'm looking for total area. Now, there's a couple ways I can go through this problem. Now, we already have 1,000 feet. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead. I'm going to take 1,000. We'll multiply it by 12. Gives me 12,000 feet. But then I need to do something else. I said area, right? So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take that and divide it by 9. Now, that gives me 1333.33 square feet. Always, when you are doing math, always utilize your units. Of course, I'm doing Excel. And Excel is a pretty good spreadsheet. That's the first area. Now, what I want to do, let me format my number here. Number text, and I want to go, there you go. Like to format it, looks neat. So that's area number 1. That's for the roadway. Always label everything. Now, for the driveway, I'm going to do the same thing. Get my equals. I'm going to take 20 times 30, and then I'm going to divide it by 9. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it. There you go. Well, let me go back and, all right, this is where I want it here. I want copy and paste here. There you go. And I'm going to get more in Excel because Excel is a very powerful program. I'm going to go format, number, and I have my 2 areas. This one's for the driveway. Now remember, I said, what are the total areas? What's the total area? So what do? I have 2 different areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the total area. Total area is in square feet. All right. So I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take the first area. I'm going to take the second area, add it together, and what do I get? I get a total of 1,400 square feet. However, when we deal with areas, particularly in the inspection area, we deal with square yards. Not to fear, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this 1,400. We already have square feet. So I'm going to take 1,400 and divide it by 9. And that's going to give me my square yards. Now I'm going to go here and format it, clean it up a little bit. There you go. Square yards. What I did, I added up both areas to get the total area. All right, something else you need to know. We'll talk about stationing. Okay, stationing is generally written like this: 1 plus 0, 0, 1 plus 50, 2 plus 0, 0. All right. This is my stationing. Now, if I start off at 1 plus 0, 0, start at station 1 plus 0, 0. How many feet do I need to get to 7 plus 5, 0? You're going to see this out there on the road. Stations are locations. You're going to see stations when you're doing offsets. So when I look at the figure, it might seem, now some people might, well, I add 1 plus 0, 0 and I get 1, and 7 plus 5, 0 and I get 57. No, what you're going to do, you're basically going to take the stations and you're going to write them as regular feet. So 7 plus 5, 0 is going to be written as 750 feet. Set it up for you. And then 1 plus 0, 0 is going to be written as 100 feet. Copy that. And we can write it. Okay, let me go ahead and format it. Number format. I like to keep everything consistent, very detailed. There we go. All right, now we have some mathematics to do. Again, this is basic mathematics for construction for all of you who want to join me. So, what I'm going to do, the question is, how many feet do I need to get from station 1 plus 0, 0 to 7 plus 5, 0? Okay, I've already converted all of the stations to numerical feet. So now you have a total length. So this is very easy. I'm going to go ahead. I have 750. I think equals 750 minus 100. Copy this. Total of 650 feet. That's how many feet you will get from station to station. Now, something else that I'm going to go into. I'm going to talk about conversion factors. Because a lot of individuals don't understand conversion factors. But before I get to conversion factors, let's talk about some areas. When you are dealing with a triangle, let's say you have a triangle. You have a base and you have a height. Let's say if I have a triangle base of 30. Let's call it 30 inches. Let's say I have a height of 60. Inches. What is the area of the triangle. Again, this is very, very, very basic. Now, let's stop and think. When we have a triangle, you need to know the formula. So the formula for a triangle is area. It equals 1/2 base times height. That's what the area of a triangle is. 1/2 equals base times height. So, because we have all the information given, how we're going to figure out the area triangle? Very simple. Equals. Now, for 1/2, I like to use 0.5, same as 1/2. Then I'm going to go to times 30 times 60. What did I get? I got 900. 900 what? 900 square inches. Now, we got 900 square inches. Let's put that lowercase letters there. The 900 square inches. Now, getting 900 square inches, I want to convert that. And I want to convert that to square yards. But I have square inches. I said, what's the area of a triangle? Okay, now I'm going to take it. What is the area of the triangle in square yards? Now, some might say, well, this is a little tricky. Not so. Here's how to figure out this problem. I'm going to take equals. I have 900 square yards. Now, what's my next conversion factor that I'm going to go to? Well, I'm going to go to square feet. Now, how am I going to get square feet? Show you. I'm going to multiply it by 144. Now, 144, which is 12 times 12. So you'll know this, 12 inches equals 1 foot. So if you square 12 inches, you get 144 feet, 144 square inches. 144 square inches equals 1 square foot. 1728 cubic inches equals 1 cubic foot. You're going to need to know that. So once I total everything up, and what I'm looking for is square feet, and my mistake, because I already have inches squared, I want square feet. So I'm actually going to take 900 square inches, and I'm going to divide by 144. Why? Because it's going to cancel the square inches out. I get 6.25 feet, square feet. A little slow, I'm doing it with Excel here so I can show you how I did the problem. Now, I'll go through it one more time. I got 6.25 square feet. So what I did, took 900. I divided it by 144. So you'll know 12. So you'll know something before I go on. 12 inches equals 1 foot. 144 inches equals 1 square foot. 1,728 cubic inches equals 1 cubic foot. So I want my area of the triangle. Now you see the conversion factors. I want my area of the triangle in square yards. So we already started off with square inches. So I'm going to take 900. Here's my conversion factor. We're in square inches. So we have the conversion factor right here in square inches. So we have 144 square inches. So what's going to happen, we're going to divide by 144. And why are we doing that? Because we want to cancel out square inches to get square feet. And so when we do that, we got 6.25 square feet. Now, we're not quite done. No, we're not quite done. Now I want square yards. I'll put another conversion factor up there. 3 feet. And this is relative. So I'm saying 3.28. 3, I'm going to say 3 feet equals 1 yard. Nine square feet equals 1 square yard. 27 cubic feet equals 1 cubic yard. So, with everything written up there as far as the conversion factors are concerned, to convert 6.25 cubic square feet into square yards, it's going to be simple. I'm going to take, and you want to do everything step by step. And if you do it step by step, yes, I could have gone ahead and said there's a certain amount of square inches and you know, square yard. You want to do it that way. I want you to do it step by step, basic, so you get used to it. So, in order to convert square feet into square yards, I already have 6.25. So that equals. So 6.25 right now we're in square feet. But what do I want? I want square yards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 9. Why? Because when I divide by 9, if you look at the factors up here, 9 square feet equals 1 square yard. Just like we canceled the square inches, we're going to cancel the square feet. And when we go ahead, let's fix up the numbers. We have 0.69 square yards. Conversion factors are very, very important. You need to notice when you are measuring something. Uh, now that's a rectangle. What about a trapezoid? Trapezoid is very, very, very funny. Let's say we have trapezoid. We're going to find the area of a trapezoid. Trapezoid is I'm going to put the formula up here. The formula for trapezoid is B1 plus B2 times H it's actually B1, B2 divided by 2 times H. Because what we're doing, a trapezoid has two bases, or we could say two parallel sides. So let's say we have base 1 equals 40 feet. Copy this. Let's call this base 2. Okay, let's just copy this. Let's call it 40. Make something easy. And let's copy this and we'll call it feet. And let's say we have a height of 24 feet. When you're out there in the field, you're going to be measuring something to be trapezoidal. And what is the area of the trapezoid in square feet? So we're going to do a little bit of math. Now, first thing, I'm going to look at the formula. I've already written the formula for you all. So let's go do some work. So I'm going to go ahead in parentheses. Let's say 1 plus 2 parentheses divided by 2 times H. What do I get? 960. Now, how did I get 960? Well, basically, it's very simple. This is in square feet. You take 40 and 40, you add it, you get 80. You divide 80 by 2, you get 40. And you take 40 and multiply it by 24, and you get 960 square feet. Now, let's do the same thing. Let's take this 960 square feet let's convert it into square inches. What are you going to do? Well, as we had the factors up there, we know 144 square inches equal 1 square foot. So we're going to take 960 square feet, and we're going to cancel out the feet by multiplying by 144. And you get 13,240 square feet. Let's go ahead and format this and make it consistent. There you go. I'm going to put a comma in here. This is not the regular Excel. I could teach it better with the regular Excel, but you're getting the gist of it. You're getting the areas. And that's what you get when you convert it to square inches. Now, let's turn this into square yards now. All right. So I'm going to go back. We have the square inches. So we're going to take 13,138,240 square inches. We're going to divide by 144, which that's going to take us back to 960 square feet. Now we want square yards. So again, let me put this number up here so you can see where I'm going. Always make sure your units are consistent. Now we want square yards. So you're going to take 960 square yards. You want to get 900, you want to get square yards. So we're taking 960 square feet and we're going to divide by 9. Put it together, format it. Okay, 106.7 or 106.67 square yards. You write it SY, or like square feet, I can write it in SF. Prefer writing it that way. It looks much better. You can do the same thing for cubic feet, but that's what you get in square yards when you utilize a trapezoid. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for a rectangle or a square. So you have a rectangle. Rectangle is very simple. Rectangle is width times length. So I have a width of 8 feet. And I have a length of 32 feet. What is my area of the rectangle in square yards? Very simple. I already gave you the formula. So in Excel, you're going to go to width times length. Multiply it up. There's your answer. 256 square feet. And that's what you get when you do some basic shapes. And I'm gonna get more into mathematics in the future because this is very important. Without mathematics, you're not going to be able to do construction. I'm going to teach you the sexagesimal system, degrees, minutes, and seconds. I'm going to teach you how to take inches and turn them to decimals of a foot. Very important because engineers, we use decimals of a foot, where carpenters, they use inches. But it's very important that you understand basic math. A lot of individuals don't understand the basic math. And this is very important because if you are wanting to become an inspector, I know when I was at PennDOT, in order to become an inspector, you had to take a civil service exam. So what's on that civil service exam? Well, you had to know how to read plans, but there was a lot of mathematics. And here in Indiana, one area that kills most people coming in to be techs with NDOT or with a consultant, they're trying to get certified, is the inability to do mathematics. I don't know how many people have failed the test because they don't understand basic conversion factors. So what I'm here to do, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you some basic math skills. And I'm going to get into some more complex problems as well. We'll talk about weirs. We're going to talk about open channel flow, but we're also going to get into stationing. I'll also teach you when it comes to laying asphalt, how to get what we call the lay rate or the yield. Stay tuned. But thank you all for watching this video on basic construction math. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. If you're looking for some social and some political content, check out my main channel, the 411 Talk Zone radio show, right here on YouTube as well. And after I record all of my videos, whether it's here on the QCIS channel or the 411 Talk Zone radio show channel, I post all of the content on my Twitter page. Now, because the QCIS channel is an educational channel, I also post that content on my LinkedIn page. And just want everybody to understand my LinkedIn page. If you're there to view my videos and you need to ask me a question, I will respond. But if you're not in STEM, you're in marketing, or you're trying to help me build QCIS, I have plenty of services here in the state of Indiana. I know there are a number of individuals out there that want to connect with me, and I don't know you, and I'm not giving you any of my business. And a lot of the information that you're going to give me, I already know. But I appreciate your effort. But if you want to learn some about STEM, this is the place for you. Once again, thank you for viewing this content from the QCIS channel. We're on this channel to get a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. You all have a wonderful and gracious evening.